The biggest task for me is getting ready for the function.
Do you watch your films? You go to the theatres and watch your films?
I personally try to avoid, and whenever I watch it, I really feel that my performance, either it is ruined or I have completely goofed it up.
Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Anita Britto in conversation with the team of Joram. I must start by saying that I have watched the film and I loved the film. So my first question to him is, how do you do it? How do you make sure that the audience who's watching the film, like me, to keep them in awe? और just मुंह खुला रख के जो देखते हैं ना वो मैं वैसे देख रही थी पूरा मूवी. So how do you do this, sir?
I don't know. Once you are given a job to do it, you do it with all your sincerity and dedication, and try to listen to your director as much as possible, and really listen to him and try understand his vision, what he is trying to say or portray. And I just try to be part of it and push the envelope as an actor as much as possible, without really disturbing the vision of the or the interpretation of the director.
Right. But this film looks very exhausting. I
Yeah,
must
it is.
say. Very challenging for sure. Like he said, like your director said, that you stop eating when you're working, doing his films. So, what was your journey to with this character?
But the first and foremost thing that for me it was very important to lose weight and be as lean as possible, slim as possible. Secondly, that I started doing much before the shoot of.
After the reading, after the narration?
Once we decided
He
that
read the script
yeah.
in 2016.
Yeah. So but I knew that it will require certain kind of sacrifice from my own self, and then I read my scripts quite a lot of time, and then you start attending the workshop. There you get to understand what exactly he's trying to design, and how he's he's trying to take the character and his relationship, and what are the relationship that the character has with other characters.
Right.
Workshops are, even if it lasts for say 3 days or 6 days or 7 days, even 3 days of workshop is so it helps me so much.
Okay.
I come from that discipline. Yes, I'm running short of time when I'm preparing for my character, but I'm never short of time when I'm sitting alone. Okay, when I'm in my hotel room shooting for something else, I'm never short of time, because that time I know that I can how can I maneuver my own time to read Joram again and jot down certain things, just to be reminded what are the other things that I have to do. But when it comes to workshop, I wish I could give him 2-3 more days, but somewhere I realized that no, I have the character. I could feel him inside me. So when I'm walking, say 3 months before the shoot, or 4 months, 5 months before the shoot, I'm doing my excessive walking all day, just to lose weight. And there was a diet plan which was given to me by my nutritionist from Bangalore, so I was following that. When I was doing walking and thinking about the character, walking, thinking, and that's a great time to think, right? Most of my characters, I get it when I'm walking. Because immediately I go up and jot it down. Whatever that thought came to my mind, whatever eureka moments happen, I just go to my hotel room, or my house in Bombay. I kind of jot it down so that I remember it clearly when I'm preparing for it.
And also, I think films like ours, the sets, real locations, are very immersive places.
Right.
There were so many times, like in the construction site, he would ask me, Dev, can I go to the toilet now? I'm like, no, sir, can you hold 10 more minutes? So it's so immersive that you find your character, you don't have a choice.
Right.
But did you also feel that he needed more workshops, or you
No,
were
like I'm
satisfied
saying,
with what you saw on your
we have a
screen?
9-year relationship. So I think from the time we first met and the 2 films we made before this, we've reached a place where there's a lot that is unsaid and understood. And those places are immersive places.
Right.
You get in, like he gets into his costume and then he's on my set. He doesn't leave. He's just there all the time. So that space also immerses you. So I was not worried. Like
So there is co-actor of mine in the film who was working with me in my film Bhaiya Ji, we just shot. Amrinder. Amrinder, one day he was talking and telling people about Joram, and then he said that. Then someone said, "Oh, so you know Manoj sir since Joram time?" He said, "No, I didn't know him because A, I was too intimidated by him. B, I could not gather courage to approach him because he was always sitting alone on some chair and not talking to anyone." But that character demanded that.
Right.
Like Bhosle's character, it demanded that from me. I was so much into with the character that I didn't feel the need to make friends or to introduce myself or to all the opening of actors and everything. He was doing it, or his assistants were doing it. There I was completely free in Bhosle and in Joram.
You know what I liked about Joram is the way you have sketched every character, and you feel for those characters. Genuinely, you feel at some steps you feel for those characters. How did you manage to make it so connecting? Firstly, and what was the idea behind this entire film? Basically, I know it is about displacement and about how they are going through their own relationship crisis. So the situations that they are going through as well. So how did you manage that?
Every situation that has to do with progress / development, there is a price somebody that you don't know is paying.
Right.
But do we then not have development? So these are very complex questions. And in a situation like this, no one is a clear villain. And no one is a clear hero either. Even the heroes, so-called heroes, have certain decisions that they make that they may not be proud of. And villains will have to do things because they are in circumstances that they didn't orchestrate. They were just thrown into them. So given that we were talking about such a tricky thing like development, I needed all perspectives to be grey. Even the protagonist has made certain choices in life that he regrets.
Correct.
And he's paying the price for it.
Correct.
Other people in his life are paying the price for it. So that complexity, I thought, would come out only if you empathize with everyone and you question everyone. Which is how real life is as well.
Right. But even we say development is necessary, but at the same time, at what cost?
At what cost?
Right? So right now, the things that we are seeing in, how much did you relate to that when you were making Joram?
No, so this is a belief system I live with all my life. So it's 20-25 years of traveling areas, talking to the affected people, writing about them. I've written short stories, I've written novels, I've made multiple films around the situation. So it's inside me. So I don't really go outwards trying to research a film. It's all coming from my belief system because in between films, this is all I do.
And also the life experience.
Yeah, I keep trying to understand these things. So this is the life I live. Even though I'm from the privileged section and I don't have to pay that price, but I try to put myself in those places to see these things firsthand.
So, do you remember the first time when you came to Bombay, and how has Bombay changed over the years? And has Bombay changed you as well?
Luckily, Mumbai or Mumbai industry, whatever you want to call it couldn't change me till now. Yeah, so I am what I am, and people who meet me even after 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, they always tell me that I didn't change a bit. Because the focus always was on what you wanted to do, not what you didn't like about yourself. I liked, I liked my belief, I liked my aggression, I liked my hunger for good roles, and which still remains the same. Okay, so focus was always to work on yourself and to be a better actor and a better human being.